I have 5 tips for you guys on this topic. And the very first one is to tap in. So when I say to tap in, it means to make time for just connecting with like whatever you feel like your main energy source is, or your main source. So for me personally, that is God. When I am focused on like having good energy and protecting my peace, I will make sure that I make time for God, whether it's prayer, devotion, like meditating and just allowing my thoughts, or trying to allow my thoughts to be clear. I really try to make sure that that is one of the first things I do in the morning. I feel like sometimes it's just too much pressure to make it the very first thing to do in the morning, and I feel like I get guilty and I hate myself, and it's like the end of the day, if I check my Facebook, I don't check Facebook, but if I check Instagram before, Instagram is Facebook. You guys get me. If I check something before I like open my Bible app, before I say a prayer, I used to guilt trip myself on that, but now I'm just like, the faster I get into it, the better I feel. So I try to come at it from that standpoint. I'm not trying to preach to you guys, but what I'm saying is just like making time to like meditate, clear your mind, and just kind of like open your mind to energy or the spirit to flow inside of you. To me, that's like my first step to peace. My second tip is to do what is good for you. So this can mean a whole lot of things, but I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. For me, it really is like, I try to think about what are like the top things that I want to do every day to make sure like I'm progressing and becoming the person I want to be, and like mentally, spiritually, physically, all of that. So for me, like one of the biggest things is of course like making time for devotion, you know, tapping in, but also exercising. Exercising makes a world of a difference in my world. Like it is just everything to me. And I am the person that advocates so much for exercise, but I don't exercise enough. So I feel like I'm always like in this internal conflict with like, you know, you need to exercise, you know, you'll feel better, but then I'm like, I don't feel like exercising. And it's always those days where I'm like, I don't feel like exercising, where I just feel my energy like really low, or you know, when people say like you're vibrating at a lower level, like I literally feel that. I'm like, I am not in a good headspace right now because I have not allowed these toxins to flow out of me. For me, when I say like doing what's good for me, it's like making sure that I get up and exercise, because not only is it good for me physically, but it's like mentally like something that I need to check off to make sure like I'm doing what's good for me. Another thing is making sure that I'm eating some type of like healthy food, whether it's like I'm juicing that day, or I eat like a salad or like a protein smoothie. Just like, not all of my meals have to be 100% healthy, but like making sure that like I'm doing like drinking enough water, or any of those things that I listed. Making sure I do that is something that I know is making sure I eat or drink at least one of those things is something I know that is good for me, and it's like I need to do every day. So kind of just taking a moment to have time with yourself and be like, what do I need to do to get to the next step every day, and what do I need to do that makes me feel better every day? And when I'm talking about things that make you feel better, it should be things that are like doable every day, and things that like won't lead you down a bad path, because there's a lot of things that make us feel good that we can do every day, but like it's gonna take us 10 steps back. Just keeping in mind like to do things that you need to do. When I say like do what's good for you, it's kind of tricky because it's like, you know what's good for you, but you just need to make sure you do those things and like you don't get interrupted. So back when like we were going to the gym and stuff and gyms were open, like I would a lot of times like put other people in front of me going to the gym, and I would always be in internal conflict with myself because I was like, man, I'm hanging out with this guy or my friends and I know I should be at the gym, and yeah, I'd be having fun, but in the back of my mind I'm like, you should have went to the gym today. And it's not so much like to be a gym rat, it's just knowing that like going to the gym, letting toxins flow out, sweating, that makes me feel better. So do what's good for you. In order to get to the doing for what's good to you, you have to spend just a little bit of time with yourself to know like, okay, these are the things that make me feel good, and this is how I'm gonna do them every day. Number 3 is to help others. This I don't think everyone gets, and I even don't do this enough myself, but just making time to call others. It's really just like really taking in mind that it's like me, I am not the only one that exists in this world, and I get further by helping others. And you can say that from like a selfish way, or I guess you could say it from a selfish way, but every person that's gone off and built a company and did big things, they didn't do it. They might have done it with their, they might have done it from a selfish place, but they knew that the more they helped others, the more they solved a problem, the further they would get. So how this goes into like protecting your peace and your energy is like, the more you help others, it's just like the better you'll feel. We are creatures that are created to be in relationships and in communication with others, and I think that's why so many of us are hurting right now, is because we've been pulled apart from that human nature thing and wanting to be around others. So just like when you're around others, just think of like one little thing you can do to help people, even if it's just like picking up someone's dishes, like you're at your grandparents' house or your family's house, like picking up someone's plate and washing it for them, or like bringing someone flowers, or I don't know, even just texting someone, just like getting outside of your brain and thinking about others and how you are not the only person. I am not the only person that exists on this earth, and that I am here to achieve personal goals, but more to serve others. That really gives me peace. I guess the biggest thing is just like give and serve others, even if it's in the tiniest way. Like even if you just hold the door open for someone, or if you pay for someone's Starbucks in front of you, behind you, however that pay it forward thing works. Just the smallest thing. Doing any of those things is really what brings me peace, because I know that I am here for a bigger purpose and not just to selfishly do things for just me. Fourth thing to do to kind of protect your energy, keep your peace, is to treat yourself. So this is something that I really struggle with, because it takes me a long time to treat myself. And I think it's because a lot of times it's like fear of the unknown. Like if I treat myself on this and something happens, like I'm gonna feel bad for treating myself. But it's like, we get up, we go to work for other people. If you work for other people and aren't an entrepreneur, but even if you are an entrepreneur, like you are essentially always working for other people. And if you don't treat yourself and enjoy the fruits of your labor, like you're always gonna feel like you're running, chasing the wind, trying to impress other people. And it's like, you have to take time to sit back, enjoy, and treat yourself. So for me, like my usual treat myself are usually like food, and I'm trying to get myself away from that and do a little bit more materialistic things. I feel like growing up, I was extremely materialistic. Now that I'm older, I don't really see the benefit of having so many material things, but it's like, I need to take a step back and like, it's okay, Shannon, like you can buy yourself shoes, purses, stuff like that, because honestly, like when you dress good, you look good, you feel good. Also getting my nails done, stuff like that, little things like that. It's just like knowing and not just doing it because it's what other people think you should be doing, but like do things that you think, treat yourself to things that you genuinely like. So it's like, I am never going to be that person, or at least not right now, that goes and gets my nails done because it's not something that I genuinely like. Like that is something that I feel like I could just do at home by myself. But in order to treat myself, I need to make time and like schedule myself doing my nails. I hope that makes sense. The last tip for protecting your energy, keeping your peace, is to listen to your gut. I cannot tell you guys like how much your gut, your intuition can save you in hindsight. And it's oftentimes when we fight with it or just ignore it, like those are the times where we feel the most troubled or the most discomfort, is because it's like, dang, like something was telling me, or my body was telling me like this, something wasn't right, or like to do this. And then it's just that constant going back and forth in your head, like what if I just listened? But it's like the times that you do listen to your gut, you're like, I'm just so happy I went with my gut. So like for me personally, this happened not too long ago, where I was kind of in a situation where I knew someone was lying to me, but I went against my gut feeling, and it just brought me so much discomfort for quite some time. But I was ignoring the fact that I felt like someone was lying to me. And I'm not saying that your gut is never wrong, but I'm just saying like a lot of times like your intuition, like that's energy right there. So like when you're ignoring that energy and your intuition, you're just like inviting like constant discomfort into your life. From my experience, guys, I am no energy healer, no any of that. I am literally just like a follower of Christ and a 27-year-old living in this world with some experience. So I just know that when I go against that gut, it is like I'm taking a real stand. Like I have to feel like I'm pretty much right, and very rarely am I right when I go against my gut. And that just goes to show it's like your gut is like an energy. It's a force trying to protect you. And I feel like there's a difference between your gut and your subconscious. Like your subconscious you can go against to achieve and get to better places, and that's just a topic for a whole other video. But I feel like your intuition, like you need to listen to that little voice in your head, that positive or that, you know, discerning voice in your head you need to listen to. But yeah, so I didn't really talk so much about other people, or like I feel like a lot of times when we talk about protecting your energy and protecting your peace, it's like stay away from bad people and people that make you feel this way. But I feel like if you can find internal peace within yourself by focusing on yourself, you won't have so much time to focus on staying away from people that trigger you, because you're going to be too involved in yourself and improving your life and making other people's lives better and getting energy and feedback and guidance from Lord, universe, whatever you may tap into. Like you're not gonna have time to sit up and think about like, oh, I gotta stay away from this person because this person is always, you know, with the BS and da. You guys, I am not a perfect person at all. I need to listen to this advice because myself, but I noticed that when I am taking steps to better myself and to be focused on me, my energy, and helping the people that I love and other people that need my help, I don't have time to focus on other people and other things that drain me of my energy. I don't know, this was completely different. I hope it helps. I hope I wasn't too preachy for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about how you protect your energy and keep your peace. And again, I am no saint and I'm not perfect at this. I do find myself struggling with protecting my peace daily. So again, this is just a reminder for myself, but also just some tips for others that you definitely can, you know, take steps every day to protect your peace. And once you get in the rhythm and the flow of it, it is the most beautiful thing ever, because you just feel like you are like the baddest. But that's also when you're the most vulnerable, because when you are, you know, operating at this like high energy, high vibration, like good vibes, people like are attracted to that and people want to drain you. So it just goes back to staying involved with yourself, your source, and helping others, and really just listening to like the signs, your gut, your intuition. It does not lie. So again, I hope this video helped and I hope I didn't ramble too much. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys want to see more videos like this. And